Greetings, Super Omar 64 fans. We are Anonymous, and we have successfully taken over his account. Now, before we continue any further, he had a story that he would have shared with you guys, but seeing how his account is now hacked, we're going to have to deliver the story for you. So, his story begins back in 2012. So, Super Omar 64 decides to craft a sub-night stream and basically play with his favorite YouTuber that was streaming on Twitch, and basically just do what he wanted to do, just have fun. Everything was hunky-dory until the streamer found out that Super Omar 64 wasn't a subscriber of his Twitch channel. He was just a normal viewer, which was okay because he was only going to ban him for, or I should say time out from the chat, just for a time being. And then disaster struck. Super Omar 64 gave away the password to the Sub-Night game. Now that's a big no-no, and he was going to get permabanned for it. But they worked out a deal, and they said, we're only going to ban you, I should say, for 1 week. Super Omar 64 was cool with that. Then later he got the idea to, subscribe to the guy, show his support. He wanted to get recognized for it, but his favorite YouTuber was just not having it and said, I'm not going to recognize you because you did a bad thing to me. This is when Super Omar 64 got pissed, and he lashed out on what is now what's called Twitter, and basically said to him, like, I want to get recognized and stuff like that, but in a more threatening manner. So, he then sent a Vine which went viral on his stream, and he had a funny laugh, the streamer and his friends, and Super Omar 64 was not particularly liking that. Granted, he liked the fact that they laughed, but he didn't want people to think he was being creepy about it because apparently the streamer said that, oh my god, it's creepy. So that really kind of ticked Super Omar 64 off. Now let's fast forward to 2013, where Super Omar 64 wanted to meet his favorite YouTubers at a convention. Granted, when he was living with his parents, his dad gave him a deal. He said, you can have the Xbox One, or you can go to MagFest 2013. Omar, being a gaming whore, as he likes to call it, decided that going to MagFest is not going to be something that is tangible. It's just going to be an event you go to, and you have fun, and that's it. While the Xbox One he gets to keep forever, and he can add it to his collection, and maybe sell it sometime in the future. So, he decides to get the Xbox One and skip out on one MagFest. 2014 rolls around. Omar gets desperate. He wants to meet his favorite YouTubers that badly. So, what does he decide to do? He decides to do something that he really shouldn't have done. He submits three documents to some places where his favorite YouTubers went and had their show. It was called Throne Controllers. So, he submits one to MagFest, one to PAX, in the States, I should say, and another one in Australia. The one in Australia, according to Omar himself, it was for just to mess with them, because he wanted revenge for when he was made fun of on Twitch. Okay. Little did Omar know that he would get ousted by, well, not really ousted, I should say, he got found out by the venue that they were being submitted a document that doesn't seem legit. So they reached out to the creator, which was one of his favorite YouTubers, and said, hey, is this legit? And obviously they saw Omar's information in an email with address and all, and they were like, no, this is not legit. Now, the reason why Omar did this was not just so he can, like, go and meet them, but he wanted to help them as well. Yeah, I know, it seems hypocritical that he would want to help them when he tried to basically defame them by doing one in Australia and doing one and using their names, basically, and saying that he wanted to be a special guest. Okay, but when Omar basically said to, I'll just let this clip explain it.
Need any help? No!
So yeah, that's basically how it went. And yeah, he was even asked that same question yet again when his favorite YouTuber was like, what do you want from me? What he wanted was to learn how to be as successful as his favorite YouTubers. He wasn't really in it for the money, even though that's what he expressed at the time when he was asked. So, what does Omar decide to do after he got found out? He basically goes on Twitter and says, he's sorry, but they didn't make a deal with one of his favorite YouTubers, the main guy who makes the panel, and basically says, deal, his favorite YouTuber. They make a deal, they agree to meet in person at one of the conventions, and basically say, hey, have a truce, basically. Everything was going according to Omar's plan, because he was supposed to go to MomoCon 2014, but disaster struck. His mom had to go to the hospital because she was having something with her stomach, I believe. According to my sources, I should say. So, Omar was unable to attend. So what does Omar do? He just waits till next year. And he does go to next year. So he went to MomoCon 2015. Did he meet them? Yes, he did. And there were some things that happened before he met them and after he met them. Like, he was still watching their streams. He was still trying to be the nice guy and basically show his love and support any way he can. But after he met them, when they were doing their Q&A, he showed that he was very nice, he was very sincere. But I was there, being one of the agents that I am, and basically saw Omar, before the show even started, have a little harassment, if you will. Even though it wasn't really harassment, he was just introducing himself to his favorite YouTubers, but he was so loud that it could be heard across the room. So later on in the convention, they have a meet and greet. He goes to the meet and greet and basically says he's sorry, asks for a couple of autographs, and he goes on with his day. Now, I did hear through some of my sources that Omar wanted to do some things with his favorite YouTubers for his YouTube channel, and basically have it be that way of showing truce between all of his favorite YouTubers. Unfortunately, he didn't get the time to do this. Plus, even if he asked, they probably would have been busy to do it in the first place. So, that was out of the question. Plus, I also heard that Omar went home early from the convention because one of his family members asked, hey, do you want to leave early? And Omar just said yes. Fast forward to 2016, 2017. Omar's doing some nice things by donating to his favorite YouTubers. He did eventually get banned again because he did some of those donations by using one of the names of the YouTubers that he liked, and that was a big no-no. And they basically said, Omar, this is enough. We are permanently banning you. No second chances. And Omar didn't understand why he was being banned again. He thought he was in the right and not in the wrong. So yeah. Now, fast forward to 2017, and Omar gets into another oopsie, if you will. He submitted a death threat to one of his favorite YouTubers because he was just basically sick and tired and snapped at the fact that he was being banned so many times on social media platforms like Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, he was sick of it. And that's basically the end of his story, because nothing else happened after that. The only thing that did happen after that was him trying to apologize to his favorite YouTubers, but they all fell on deaf ears because they don't want it. They don't want to be friends. They don't want to have a truce again. Like they said, no second chances. Now, you probably ask, Anonymous Hacker, how do you know all this? Well, that's because I am Super Omar 64, aka Omar Productions, aka GG Omar Productions. Don't believe me? Here, watch this.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than I'm sorry for what happened in the past, and I just wish I could take it all back, and I just don't want those to ever happen to another poor YouTuber. You know, it shouldn't have happened. I tried my best to say I'm sorry to them, and they just fell on deaf ears. Like, I don't know. Well, thank you guys for watching so very much and hearing my side of the story. If they don't want to be friends anymore, we can still be acquaintances. That's fine. If I ever see them at a convention, I'll just smile and wave and move on about my day. That's if I ever see them again at a convention. And, yeah. Also, I do want to make note before I go that I do have something big planned for next year. It's going to be inspired by their panel because I never got to attend their panel when I went to MomoCon 2015 because I was basically set up because a couple of his fans, or I should say my haters, were manipulating one of the YouTubers into basically saying that that I was trying to set him up. Well, sabotage, I should say. That's the correct word I'm looking for. But that's far from the truth. I never allegedly worked at MomoCon because I live in Florida and MomoCon's all the way up in Atlanta. How would I be able to travel from home to MomoCon and then MomoCon and back in a good time? Unless I was staying at a hotel, yeah, I could do that, but I'm only staying at a hotel to attend the event, not volunteer at the event or work at the event. So that made no sense. I don't know why he didn't contact me first and say, hey, is this true? Because apparently their fandom is too toxic. And that's why I left. And that's why I don't watch any of their videos. I don't watch any of their collaborative videos. I don't watch any of their friends' videos because I don't want to be reminded of them. Now, do I still think about them from time to time? Yes, because I'm a human being and sometimes that happens. But I just think my biggest problem is that I can't accept rejection. I want to, sometimes I want to let go, but it's hard. I'm sorry. Anyway, so the only videos that I do watch from them are their Throne Controllers panels because I want to play in it so bad, and that's where I'm getting my inspiration for my game show version that was inspired by their game show to do. That's basically what I'm planning to do next year. Hopefully it comes to fruition, granted that I have a couple people in my circle say that it's okay to do so, and I don't want to tell you who they are, but some of them are family members, and the rest is just, professional people. So yeah, and I did get help for my mental issues. I do have Asperger's syndrome, aka autism spectrum disorder, and yes, I do have bipolar disorder. Those were not made up. I do have documents documenting that I am diagnosed with them, and obviously I'm not going to show them on camera because that is invasion of privacy. So again, thank you for watching this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys sometime in the future. I may upload to this channel, I may not upload to this channel, you never know. So just keep on the lookout, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.